if the coronavirus and the election weren't enough news for you, well, get a load of this. The U.S. military tonight began launching multiple airstrikes against Iranian-backed militias in Iraq. Comes a day after the militias killed 2 U.S. troops and 1 British medic. The militias fired 15 rockets from the back of a truck, bastards, into Camp Taji, which is about 20 miles north of Baghdad. Still unclear where the airstrikes occurred, but yesterday's attack on our base happened on what would have been the 63rd birthday of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. If you recall, we blew him to pieces. Only had his little ring finger left. That was on January 3rd. Is it possible we slide into another greater war in the Middle East in the midst of a global pandemic? That seems like a great idea, Guy.
This is not going to be a war. I totally support what we did here. If these terrorists kill our people and kill, in this case, an ally, a Brit, we're going to come and kill you, right? That's not acceptable.
And it
can't happen.
They also wounded 15 other
Right. So this is a counterstrike. It's proportional. That's fine. The thing that I would add is Iran is in very serious trouble right now. They're reeling from the Soleimani strike. They were already having enormous problems with their economy, protests in the streets, people very angry, the populace angry about how they were spending their money. And then coronavirus is decimating not just the country, but leadership, members of their parliament. There's a significant critical mass of people in their parliament who have coronavirus. There were some aerial photos that I saw in the Washington Post today of mass graves where they're just dumping the dead people in there.
I saw that on the
It is a disaster for Iran. They can't afford a war with anyone right now.
Yeah. What do you see here?
Yeah, no, they have no interest in going into a full military conflict with us. And look, what oil they can get out to the market at $27 a barrel, they are going to be really sucking wind, as will the Russians.
That's another factor.
Which is something interesting to watch. We should, I mean, not just Iran, but look at what's going to happen to Russia. I mean, Putin is going to act up in some fashion here if oil doesn't stabilize and creep back up above, say, 40 a barrel. He's going to do something because he's got to do something to keep everybody in line.
But
right? That's what he does.
they cut off ties with Saudi Arabia in regards to deciding how much oil to hold back to stabilize the market.
Yeah,
so.
This was a real tactical mistake, and you don't see that many from Putin. He's a pretty smart cat, even though, you know, I wouldn't trust him as far as you could throw him out an 8th floor window. But he's made a mistake here in getting into this battle.
I think you're right.
But with Iran, yeah, we're not getting into a military conflict. I disagree in the sense that I don't think it was proportional. Look, they kill some of our people. Frankly, maybe this rubs people the wrong way. We should be taking out some of theirs. That's just the way it works.
Michael
I'll just say, you would know better than I, but I think this is an opportunity for intelligence. I think we should be reaching out and trying to find assets that we can use who are upset with the administration right now, upset with what's going on.
Absolutely.
And being able to flip them and use them.
The regime.
That's
anytime there's chaos.
Human intelligence, you're absolutely right, because that is something that's an area in our intelligence gathering, as you can well attest to.
It's always been a heavy lift, and you're absolutely right. When you've got chaos like this or when there's instability, that's the time. And it is happening. That's exactly what you do. And so I can guarantee you, without going into any sources and methods, that's what the community is doing, or the intel community is doing right now.
I want to thank you. This was a glorious man panel, and I know it got hot and spicy, but that's how I like my buffalo wings.
There you go.
All right?
And your man.